Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Mindfulness Meditation. My name is Cassidy Wade, and I'm super excited to be leading this session today about letting go. Just in case you don't have any experience with meditation or mindfulness, I'll give you a really super brief summary of what it is we're going to be doing today, and then we can jump into the lesson and the meditation. So, mindfulness is basically being present and aware in the present moment experience. It's about focusing on what is happening right now, not thinking about what you need to be doing in an hour or tomorrow, but it's about enjoying the moment. And you can practice mindfulness formally, like we're going to do today with this meditation, but you can also do it casually. You can practice mindfulness when you're brushing your teeth. You can close your eyes and feel each brush stroke on each tooth, or when you're brushing your tongue, like feel how it feels and think about each bristle. You can practice mindfulness when you're eating, when you're taking a walk. Like you can think about every footstep that you're taking and how the wind is blowing through your hair. So that's kind of what mindfulness is. And then meditation obviously is the actual formal practice of like maybe repeating a mantra or taking your mind off of something and placing it on something else and just really focusing on repeating a certain phrase. And so in mindfulness meditation, we combine those things by focusing on the present moment experience, but also using maybe like a script to help you focus on something and achieve a goal. And today that goal is letting go. So just to let you all know, the script that I have for before we actually get to the meditation practice of letting go is a little bit lengthy, but it's worth it. So it'll just set you up for actually practicing letting go. So I'll just dive into that script. You might see me looking off camera a little bit, but I'll just be looking at the script just so you know. So letting go. So we've all had at least a point in our lives where we have had to make a decision of whether we should let go of something or hold on to it. And letting go is often one of the most difficult choices in our lives. But sometimes it's the only way to truly move forward. Also, sorry, really quickly, if you are not muted, if you can mute yourself, that would be amazing. I think we have a few people on that are not muted. Thank you. Okay, so it can be especially difficult to let go of things that we really want to hold on to. So, because you could be in a toxic situation and still not want to let go. You can be in a situation where you're like, this is really bad for me, or I'm doing this horrible thing, or I'm involved with this bad person that's not good for me, and it can still be a challenge to let go. And I want to acknowledge that it's not always easy to let go. And these things can be objects, people, or even ideas. And sometimes it can be hard to even admit that you don't need these things. Like you believe that you need it, and that's why you're struggling to let go. And being able to first admit that you don't need it is a really good step of being able to move forward to letting go. For some reason, we condition ourselves to think that we need to hold on to these things because the thought of letting them go or the thought of missing that thing is too much. So, if you're like, man, this is a friend who's not nice to me, but you kind of built your life around this friend or this idea or this thing or this event, and you're like, what will I be? Who will I be if I let it go? And the idea of missing it or like what will happen if I let it go, the fear of that can provoke you to hold on to it, even if you know that it's causing you pain. So, however, it's super important to, oh, sorry, wait 1 second. I think maybe I can mute everyone. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, mute all. Okay. Thank you, whoever sent me that note. I'm so sorry about that. I should have done that. I forgot about that. I can mute everyone. Okay, it should be quiet now. Thank you. So sorry about that. Okay, but it's super important to take a step back and see beyond the act of letting go itself, which can be hard and take time. Instead, it's important to look forward and see what letting go will allow for new room in your life. So when you are drowning in something and when you're experiencing pain from something, it can be hard to see past that thing. Like, how can I exist beyond this? Or who will I be beyond this? And it's important though, like in this meditation today, to think about who you could be if you let it go though. Like, what experiences you can have, like how you can grow as a person if you let this thing go. So one of the essential tasks for living a meaningful, good, wholesome, fulfilling life is to let things go. And a letting go meditation that we're going to do today can be super helpful to lead to freedom from difficult experiences, emotions, and thoughts you may be struggling with. It's only by letting go of the hopes, the fears, the pain, the past, and the stories that have a hold on you that it will allow you to have quiet in your mind and in your heart. You do not need to be afraid of letting go. And I know that it can sound like really scary and like, oh my gosh, I've buried these things for years. Like, how dare you bring them up in me, you know? But you don't have to be afraid, and you can trust the courage and the vulnerability of your heart to meet life as it is, and you can find rest and find like compassion for yourself as well. And as you let go, the tender ground of honesty, healing, and love can carry you through this ever-changing world. And obviously, you might have to practice letting go. Like, we'll go through this meditation. Maybe you'll be able to let go of something today. And because this will be recorded, maybe you can do this again later on. Like, there will always be things where you need to forgive, like practice forgiving not only the situation, but also yourself. And new situations will arrive where you might have to practice letting go. It's a constant thing. So remember, letting go does not mean losing the knowledge you've gained from the past or the lessons learned through your experiences. The knowledge and the lessons will stay with you forever. So to actually practice letting go, you need to release the images and the emotions, the grudges, the fears, the clingings and disappointments in the past that bind you. It's like emptying a cup, and letting go leaves you and like allows you to like feel that relief and the freedom to be refreshed and awakened, like that you were like craving to feel. And to clarify, letting go is not the same as aversion. It's not like you trying to trick yourself or deceive yourself or be delusional. Instead, it's genuinely letting go of like what you resist. And what you resist and fear secretly follows you even when you push it away. So when you keep pushing something down, you're still being affected by it, even though maybe you're pushing out of your mind, but it still can be prevalent, and you can be feeling or experiencing the effects of it, even though you may not be conscious of it, but it can still be affecting you. So when you learn to let things go and like let things be, they lose their power and then they cease to disturb you. And as you allow what is true, space comes into the body and the mind, and when you breathe and soften, and allows you to come into rest. And in accepting it, you become free. And then you can ask, is it time to let this go? Do I have to continue to replay the story? Do I have to continue to live in this moment from 20 years ago? Do I have to hold on to these emotions or these feelings? Do I have to keep being reminded or triggered by this thing randomly? No, like your heart will tell you like it is time to let this go. So hopefully that's a good explanation, like a good foundation of letting go. And we're going to transition now into the actual meditation. So if you can get really comfortable in your seat. I just got a question about if this meditation is best suited for choosing one thing or multiple. So you can choose one thing, and then I'm actually going to do this meditation 2 or 3 times. So just focus on one idea, one thing that your heart tells you that you need to let go, and then you will have time to do another thing that your heart may bring up. So please sit comfortably and quietly in your seat. And if you feel comfortable, please close your eyes or look downward. And bring your attention to your breath. Focus on the breathing in and breathing out. Take another deep breath in and breathe out. Soften your body and let yourself be settled in the groundedness of this present moment. Do not think about anything else except your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. We'll first start by recognizing. Bring into awareness the story, the situation, the feelings, the reactions that it is time to let go of. Choose what you want to let go of right now in this moment. Continue to breathe in softly. Name the feeling gently that the story, that the situation, that the reaction stirs up in you. It could be betrayal, sadness, anxiety, rage, and allow space for it to be, for that feeling to float without resistance, to be held in a heart of compassion. Ask yourself if it is indeed wise to release this past feeling, this thought, or this experience. Feel the benefit, the ease that will come from letting this thing go. Say to yourself, let go, gently over and over. Let go, let go, let go. Soften your body and your heart and let any feelings that arise release from your body. Sense how the feelings can be released like water draining out of a tub. Feel the space that comes as you let go, how the heart softens and the body opens. Now direct your mind to envision the future where the situation has been released. Sense the freedom, the innocence, the ease that this letting go can bring. Say to yourself, let go, several more times. Sit quietly and notice if the feelings return. Each time they return, breathe softly as if to bow to them and say kindly, I've let you go. Now I'd like you to focus your attention on your breath in this moment. As you breathe in, recognize the thought or emotion you're letting go. And when you exhale, imagine it physically leaving your body as you deepen your exhale. So as you breathe in, recognize the emotion and the experience that you're letting go. And as you breathe out, imagine it physically leaving your body. Continue doing this practice on your own, gently inhaling and softly exhaling. We have time, so I'm actually going to do this again. Please stick around if I'm assuming that we've all been alive for more than 20 years or about 20 years, so you probably have a decent amount of experiences to let go. So I'm going to start over again at recognizing. I'm going to go through this same script again. So I'll just start back over again and we're going to go through it again. So we're going to start again by recognizing. Bring into your awareness a new story, another situation, another feeling or reaction that you think it's time to let go of. Continue to breathe in softly and name the feeling that the story, the situation brings up in you. And allow space for that feeling to be held in a heart of compassion. Ask yourself if it is truly wise, if it's time for you to let this feeling go. Feel the benefit, the ease that will come from letting this feeling, this experience go. Say to yourself, let go, let go, gently, over and over. Soften the body, the heart, and let any feelings that arise release from the body. Sense how the feelings can be released like water draining out of a tub. Feel the space that comes as you let go, how the heart softens and the body opens. Now direct your mind to envision the future where the situation has been released. Sense the freedom, the innocence, the ease that this letting go can bring. Again, I'd like you to focus your attention on your breath in this moment. And as you breathe in, recognize the thought or emotion you're letting go. And when you exhale, imagine it physically leaving your body as you deepen your exhale. Do this over and over, gently inhaling in and softly exhaling out. With letting go meditation, the images and feelings may come back many times. Yet as you continue to practice, they will eventually fade. Gradually, the mind will come to trust the space of the letting go. Gradually, the heart will be easy and you will be free. When you are ready, you may slowly open your eyes and bring your attention back to this room. Okay, everyone, that wraps up our meditation for letting go for the day. Thank you all so much for attending the session, and I hope you found it somewhat helpful for anything you may need to